do that
I
with
would
me on
absolutely
honesty.
reach out to them
And we are
because
live.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Rogan likes cutting me
Oh.
off.
Yes.
Look, you saw the camera go on. You knew what was coming.
I did.
So how is everyone?
Good. How about you?
I'm about to strangle my cat because she's kicking my door down again.
Isn't
She
that a
wants her
day that
treats.
ends in
She
Y
wants
for
her
Evie?
treats.
She's being a chaos gremlin right now because a neighborhood orange cat has noticed her and keeps showing up in the backyard and is now challenging our other cat to fights through the door. So it's like just a cavalcade of stupid as two cats are reaching through a small slit in the door trying to swipe at each other.
Oh, jeez.
That sounds like cats.
Yeah, or they throw themselves, like if it's a patio door with a, like they'll throw themselves completely against the door.
And that's what they were doing until one of the birds in the backyard noticed that there was a cat there and started dive bombing it, so it chased it off. Oh my god.
The bird chased off the cat. Interesting.
Quite
Oh, they
normal.
will. I mean, we have a crow. I think it was a crow in our yard today that was definitely close to the size of one of the cats.
That's fair. One of the bigger birds.
And I mean, I didn't get a real good side profile. I don't think it was a raven, but
No,
wow.
we haven't had a this year yet.
You said we had one.
Oh yes, we did have one, but he was the most chill bird ever.
Yeah, these birds have no chill because they have babies. So they are dive bombing everything and everyone who gets near it.
Ah, one of them birds. Yes, we only most of our birds nest across the street because there's a whole like
Oh, hello, Evie.
80-acre park with trees and everything else across the street, and that's where they stay.
So we were not together the last time we should have played. Things had come up, but we're here now. And the last time we were together, you all had a bit of a party, a bit of a homecoming and sort of hero's welcome for the slayers of the ghost house. Sorry, I'm getting my notebook. I forgot I had a notebook for this one.
Why?
Is it a fancy one, like with a leather cover and the whole? Oh, nice.
Literally
You're
$5.
serious. It still looks impressive.
Um,
This is serious.
$5
Yeah.
and
well
so
spent.
far, I have 3 names in it. That's it. But yes, you went to the party along with your new companions, Shavira, Leah, and Sola, who were a group of adventurers that you sort of came across after the house exploded. They explained that they were looking for a piece of an artifact, a cultural artifact back from New Dagger Tree. And you pretty much found the dust of it, but you were able to reassemble it, and by bringing it to them, you sort of made friends, and they've agreed to travel with you as you make your way back to New Dagger Tree. Though the point of travel has changed since you guys have gone into the party, and they've agreed to continue with you as you make your way towards, was it Glimmercross? That is the city. From Beacon Point to Glimmercross over to sea, as you had originally come up with the idea to pretty much provide transport and security to Valera's family, as they were going to Beacon Point to let the rest of the world experience her father's ales and other alcoholic drinks, as well as them visiting a healer of somewhat renown down in Glimmercross that may be able to assist with Valera's mother's condition. Fox, I am sorry. but it was RP'd into you that Gray got completely blitzed at the welcome home celebration, and they took the liberty to draw on his face with like black marker and whatnot, since he was the first one to fall asleep.
As one does when someone passes out.
In the morning, all of you did what you needed to do in order to begin to gear up for this expedition. I need to check something. Give me a sec. Okay, that's all I needed to check. I didn't know if it was picking up my microphone or my webcam microphone. But everybody went and did their thing. Before we move forward, Fox, was there anything that Gray wanted to pick up before meeting up with the rest of the group?
Maybe actually. Remind me, do we run with the rules for bucklers, the small shields that you can just strap them to your forearm and you don't actually have to hold on to them with your hand, or do we
Correct.
not use okay,
that I use that.
Then he would probably pick up a buckler, since I always forget druids are proficient with shields and should have one. But other than that, he's either got everything that he needs for an adventure or can make what he needs.
True. Okay, so you can go ahead and mark down a buckler on your sheet.
And can I confirm also, as we're talking about the rations and things, I've got a note that we have seasickness potions.
Yes, you have seasickness potions.
Now, and I've got 5 in stock. Is that 5 each,
No,
or
that's 5
5
total.
in total?
5 in total.
5 in total. Thank you.
All right, and just before we begin, is there anything else anybody needed to cover, or are we good to kick off at the point of, or the determined meeting point for everybody as you begin to make your way outside of Lumin?
No, I think I'm good. I mean, I'd certainly maybe take a minute to wash my face before meeting up with everyone, as I'm sure I would get enough people laughing at me as I wake up and walk around town that I would eventually figure out there's something on my face.
You most definitely get a bunch of looks, strange looks at you as you walk out the door of your house. You even got a couple weird looks from your sister, but she didn't say anything. She just let you go out the front door.
Of course she would. So
I do believe
eventually, oh, go ahead.
I think we left a note for Gray, but we wrote it into his hand as well. So
True. To let you know where the meeting point was.
Yeah, so he would have his cleanup, say his goodbyes, get his buckler, and then meet up with everyone.
Ah, I see that the cameras are once again changed.
I didn't do it.
Billy did.
Was it me and Grave that switched?
Yep, because you turned your camera on. Oh well. I'll go back to the other map or the other screen and switch y'all again. Always causing a problem with cameras, Gilly. It's always you and it's always you and somebody who are switched.
It's not my fault other people like to pick the same letter I do. We've determined it's always someone that has a G to start.
It's true. But as the morning hours slowly pass, everybody slowly but surely finds their way to the meeting point outside the front gate of Lumin. A couple wagons, carts have been acquired along with a team of horses to be able to pull them. And you can see that there are numerous kegs of various sizes loaded up into the back of this wagon as Valera's father has a quite substantial amount of his stock loaded into these carts. And as they're making the final preparations and everyone begins to arrive one by one, you do see that the knoll, Leah, sort of has a concerned look on her face.
Did I miss something? Why is everyone looking so down?
She turns and she sort of smiles to you. It's not feeling down or anything. She kind of gestures at the wagons. Traveling with that is going to make things a little more difficult. Casks of alcohol going through an open landside. Prime target for bandits.
That could be a lot of fun, no?
And she flashes a grin at you when you say fun. I knew there was something I liked about you.
I think we're gonna be all right.
Well, let's just hope that we
I
only
think we're
come
gonna
across the
at her destination.
Uh-oh. Somebody was beep booping. It was either me or Fox.
It was probably me.
You started beep booping for me, but I didn't know that was because it was me, like on my end.
I heard the beep boop too from Fox.
Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just a slight beep boop. Well, if we come across the standard rank and file of bandits, we should be fine.
So, what exactly is the plan? I'm sorry, I got a little carried away last night.
You were having a bit of fun, but none can blame you. From what I have been told, Sola lets me know that we are traveling south with a mother and father of one of your companions and taking a boat to Glimmercross to enjoy some festivities before making our way to New Daggertree.
Oh, so you guys are gonna come with us to Glimmercross then?
Well, we are traveling companions now. We can't have our heroes just being lost along the way to New Daggertree, and traveling with us into the desert should be a bit more safe than traveling by yourself.
Well, that's awesome. Maybe we could, enjoy the celebrations and stuff there together.
That
maybe
is what I am led to believe we will be doing.
I think it'll be a good time.
Shavira the most wants to be around the living more.
I can't say I blame them. Being around the living is usually preferable.
She kind of like taps her foot just like a bit impatiently. I think the rest of your friends are showing up.
They better be, or we're going to be leaving without them.
And one by one, everyone else begins to file in.
not looking forward to this.
Hey, at least
Try
we're going by
traveling with the hangover that I've got.
It's
Oh,
fine. We're only going to be on water.
It's better to go by water than by foot.
You hear Valera's griffin sort of chime in, or Valith. I keep on calling her Valera. Valith. Her griffin chime in. He's like, yeah, water's fine as long as you stay away from the ghost islands.
I just don't like being on ships.
Oh, why is
That's
that?
all. I'm one of the reasons you have those potions. You know the one. The please don't upchuck my breakfast all over the place potions. He adds.
Stomach doesn't agree with all the waves and rocking and
I'll
all the
fly in a storm any day,
swaying.
but don't have me sit on the goddamn boat. Ugh.
I mean, I suppose you could, like, flap your wings and hover just slightly above the deck of the boat the whole time, so you're not, like, swaying around.
We have to maintain a forward momentum when we're doing that. Otherwise, we get hit by things.
Well, I mean, I hope the boat is maintaining forward momentum the whole time, too.
Brother, I mean, sister, did he just suggest we turn ourselves into kites?
I mean, I was going to suggest tie a rope and you'd be fine, but, you know.
Oh, Lord.
Savage DM, thank you for that raid.
I don't want to be a kite.
Neither do I. It's unbecoming.
We could rig your wings up just so to the mast and the edges of the
No.
boat, and you would add to the speed.
I'm not enjoying this at all.
That's not how that works.
I love how
pass.
Rin not Rin, but Jade suggests hooking the dragons up to the boat to make the boat move faster.
Please do.
Like, congratulations, you have now been converted into
Drafted,
horses.
literally.
Well, more like really good sails.
I'm just gonna say no to all of this. Just
I
no.
mean, if they'd even have reefs in them because they've bones and never mind.
I do have one other idea. We could, like, polymorph you into a rabbit or something. Would that help?
No.
Oh,
Why don't you just throw up
Alright.
as a rabbit then?
less to clean up.
You know,
If we
here's
turned
the
them both
thing.
into rabbits, would they still match?
We could find out.
As you're having this
Oh, let's turn them
conversation,
into rabbit.
Solo walks by and clasps Knock on the shoulder. Don't worry, it's only about a 3, maybe 4 day travel by sea to Glimmercross. You should be fine.
Yeah, I'm just. That's 3 days of torture. I'll pass. I mean, I won't pass. I'm coming, but.
Well, at least we got those potions for you.
I do appreciate that, seriously, more than I could express right now.
So you hear a couple hoots and whistles coming as you see the drive teams begin to pull out with the couple of carts that are pulling the vast amounts of alcohol. And then there is a singular covered wagon following them.
The speed that they or the pace that they're going at, is that like everybody get on the wagons type of pace, or is it slow enough that we can walk beside the wagons?
That was what I was going to ask everybody, was what kind of travel speed do you want to do? Do you want to do a slower travel speed or a normal speed, or do you want to double time it?
I'm okay with just regular pace.
From the looks of where you were at, it's probably going to take about 2.5, maybe 3 days to get to Beacon Point. And that's if you're going at a normal pace.
Speaking of multi-day travel, real quick, one other thing I would have grabbed is a single person tent. I do not have one, so.
Smart call, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm okay with going at just a regular pace for now.
Anyone?
Yeah, same. I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to Uber rush it.
Not really. Like, there's been enough time allotted to be able to travel from Lumin to Beacon Point in a comfortable manner, and then across the sea to Glimmercross before everything begins.
Okay.
Okay, so as we are now in overland travel, one of you for the day, I need one of you to be elected as somebody who's going to be doing the rolls for this. It's not going to be based off of your stats. I just need somebody to roll.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and volunteer for this because I always volunteer someone else to do it.
Heck yeah, let's go.
I saw the panic on Gilly's face.
Look, there's an amount of time I was gonna let go by, and then I was gonna volunteer, and you guys are gonna have to deal with my shitty ass dice.
Well, usually I really enjoy throwing Graves under the bus for stuff like this, but I'll take a shot for us this time.
Okay.
Considering the last time I had to roll percentiles for travel was in No Way Out.
Well, thankfully
Wasn't Fox the one that moved the ship into the side of the mountain?
No, that was somebody who rang the bell. I don't think that was Fox.
Don't think
I
so.
thought I had a percentile that went with it.
I think that was Molly who rang the bell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was someone ringing the bell and then a poor percentile roll on the teleportation chart.
Yep. So, Fox, all I need you to do is give me a D20. Yeah, you're right, Azrin. It was either Molly or Tickles who did that.
Mathematically average with a 10.
Mathematically average with a 10. Not bad. So, with the 10, your first day of travel isn't too bad. A little bit more. Now, as you are traveling and nothing too bad has happened this day, it leaves the day open for whatever you wish to do, if there is anything you want to do. You have a wide open grassland about you. If you wish to go explore a little bit, go off the beaten path while the carts continue on forward, you can. If there's any type of foraging you need to do, perfectly acceptable. Now is the time to just engage in a bit of light tomfoolery.
Well, given that it's only day one and the conversation of bandits that was had with Leah before we left, I think Gray is just doing his best Caravan Guard cosplay and sticking parallel to the wagons just the whole time.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out for bandits and highwaymen.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Ooh, that is very good for a level 3 character. That's a 24.
A 24, very nice. Because you are traveling and you beat this well over 5 of what the DC is, you are going to gain a temporary perk called Keen-Eyed. This will give you a +1 to your perception rolls.
Nice.
Now, as you're looking about and you are maintaining just serious composure, sticking right on those wagons, you do notice that off to the west a bit, there are a couple small, like, trails of smoke from campfires.
When I spot those, I will point them out to everyone else that is also on guard duty at the moment.
Who here is on guard duty right now? Rin.
Ren.
Knock. Okay. Anyone else?
I was thinking I could easily if you want me
Okay.
to.
So Rin and Knock, Gray just points out to the west that there, and you can see just like 1 or 2 small, like, trails of smoke from what look to be like personal campfires.
We should just keep an eye on them for now. Keep
Yeah,
an eye out like you
it's
have been.
probably nothing, but good to know or be aware that there's other people in the area.
It's usually best to always assume there's other people in the area when traveling with a large caravan.
I suppose so, yeah. I mean, like, I spent a lot of time in the woods alone, so I'm not really used to there always being other people around, but
I mean,
I guess it
it's
makes
a
sense.
pretty wide open space through here. Bandits more likely are going to hit. If we end up in more narrow enclosed areas, it's easier for them to get advantage that way.
Yeah, I guess in a place like this, real easy to see them coming. Unless they're, like, crawling through the grass.
Which, some do resort to, so keep your eye on that grass.
Oh, I will.
And as you say that, like, just like a patch of like shin-high grass starts to shake a little bit. And then a moment later, like, a small, like, grassland rabbit just runs out.
I was about to blast that thing.
You never know, it could be a druid in disguise.
It's true, it could be. We can turn into all sorts of critters. Anything you encounter could be a druid.
And if it's not a druid, it's a mimic.
I was about to say that.
Either way, you're getting bitten.
Keep your eye on that bunny.
Wish I had true sight.
So is anybody else going to take any sort of action or anything during the first day of travel, or are you all just pretty much relaxing and enjoying the sights?
They've all fallen asleep.
I think so.
Honestly, just enjoying the travel without someone trying to teach me something new in the middle of all of it.
It's definitely been a while since you've had a lectureless afternoon.
If there were, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Oh, go ahead.
No. Please go.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say that I was just thinking, because given my background and everything, it would be very appropriate, although I might be observing, because of my interest in nature and the balance of nature, I would be looking to see how things looked, if everything looked to be in harmony, or if anything, caught my attention as being off.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a nature roll for that.
Well, I think regardless of what things look like, I would think everything looks just tickety boo.
What'd you get?
A 7.
7. You don't know if it's just because the threat of bandits is about, or if your new companions are sort of putting you off a little bit. But anytime you sort of begin to focus in on the surrounding nature and how it's doing, if it looks like it's flourishing or if it's suffering, something pulls your attention away. So you can't really get a grasp of, oh, it's flourishing or it's in dire need, but you think it looks okay. Tilt, did you have something?
Yeah. If how's the weather right now? Actually,
It is right now. It's pretty good. It's
Okay, yeah.
nice clear skies with just a bit of like flecks of just white clouds.
So we're definitely gonna just smile to our sister, and we're opening up our wings, and we're gonna start beating our wings, and we're gonna take flight. And I'm just gonna fly around and hover a little bit above
Okay.
the convoy, but just enjoy the heat of the sun on my scales and the wind, through my horns, and just enjoy being airborne. if you wanna
While
call
you
it
are
that.
doing that, if you would like, you can give me a perception check.
A perception check, sure,
Yep.
with pleasure. Not my best stat, but we're still gonna do it. It's 12 plus perception, which is 2. That is a 14.
14. Flying along, like catching a bit of height as you fly along, it looks like there doesn't seem to be anything off in the distance that will be obscuring the road that you are currently on.
So no major threats that I could notice. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
It just
Good
from like a
enough.
sky view, it looks like it is clear sailing for the day.
I will take it.
Okay.
Nice, enjoyable flight. We'll look down at our sister, give her a bit of a shit-eater grin, and just keep flying.
Okay. If there's, I was gonna say, Val, do you have anything you'd like to do, or?
Nope, I'm enjoying not flying, and if I don't have to, not walking either.
Okay. So you're just like hitched up on the back of one of the beer wagons.
Just relaxing, like I don't have to do a damn thing.
Rain, was there anything you would like to do while you're on guard duty or when you're not on guard duty?
No, she's mostly just paying attention to what's going on around her. She's had to do too much mercenary work to not be on guard duty this whole time.
Okay. I think at that point, the next thing I have to ask is, are all of you fine with settling down for the night, or did you want to push it a little bit farther?
I think I'm okay with just settling down for the night. Kind of want to conserve our energy in case something happens that forces us to push things a bit later.
Yeah.
That we are traveling with a sick mother, so press not to
That
push
too.
if we don't have to.
Hmm.
All right. So at this point in time, Fox, can you roll me percentiles, please?
I can try. Oh, I should not have tried. That's real bad, guys.
What'd you get?
15.
Okay. So night comes. Everybody begins to settle down. those who brought tents begin to begin to set them up. A small cooking fire is built in the center of camp, and everybody begins to wind down for the evening. Those who wish to partake in the meal can. You will not have to consume rations or anything like that for the night.
So for everybody that sets up their tent, because I cannot believe that there is no limit on this spell. If they allow me to, I will go around to each person's tent and ritual cast a spell on it. The spell is Althea's Travel Tent. I think it's the same one that Kemek was using on their tent in DF3, where it made it very spacious and cozy inside. But there's no limit on the number of
Which one?
tents that you can do that to. Althea's Travel Tent.
Yeah, no, it's and you can ritually cast it too. So
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it lasts
so
8 hours. So yeah.
Doing that on everyone's tent that allows me to. So we all have really nice, cozy, spacious tents.
And I think
Could
I'll
you
take it.
post that spell
I-
somewhere, please?
Yeah, I
folks?
just did
Because if you
in
do
the
it,
Roll20.
if you do it at its base level, it's basically like a studio apartment.
Yeah.
Level, I think, where it's just this nice little 1 bedroom. It's when you upcast it, will create more spaces plus living room plus whatever the hell you want, multiple bedrooms. It's fun.
Yeah, I never bothered to actually read the spell when you were using it in Destiny Forge, and I always just kind of assumed that, okay, well, you can do it to your tent, but no, you can do it to any number of tents, and it just lasts the duration.
Kemek just wanted to do it on 1 tent. That was it.
is that
Rin's
wait
absolutely.
is that the Harry Potter tent?
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it doesn't provide any sort of additional protection or anything. It just makes it really comfortable inside.
Okay. So, and everybody who allows it gets a really comfortable bougie tent to sleep in for the night.
Heck yeah.
Rin is absolutely setting up a bedroll by the fire without a tent.
So
Listen, we get attacked. She doesn't want to scramble out of a tent, okay?
as the tents go
That's
up,
fair.
everybody settles down for a meal. Does anybody have any evening activities that they want to get to before watches are assigned and everybody starts to sleep?
I don't think so.
No, I think I'm good for now. Yeah.
Yeah, not at this time.
Valith, Jade, Al, anything?
Good, thanks.
You're
Yeah.
muted.
We're good.
Okay. So you just
So-
all relax and have a nice warm meal of what seems to be just a very basic chili. Basic road food. And you notice that the way that the camp is set up, the wagon team has sort of like set up off a little a ways away from where you and your friends have set up, keeping to themselves. They've got their own watch posted, as they've got like, they were basically prepared for them to take on the guard duties, just in case you hadn't come along. So you're adding a little extra muscle to this. But as you begin to settle down, how's watches looking for tonight?
Rin will absolutely take one.
I can do one.
Hey, Rin.
I can do one.
I'll do
I
one
can
like I said
assist
earlier.
with one.
I can go on one too, or with someone, whatever works.
I mean, technically, we could split it into 3 groups of 2.
technically could if everybody would like to do that.
You know that whole 2 sets of eyes better than one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like
That works for me.
Yeah, that works for me. I think Gray would request to take the same watch as Rin.
Rin has no issue with that.
Okay. So what's the watch order like? Who's taking first, who's taking second, and who's taking third?
I do well in the peak of night, so I'll probably do second.
And I can take a first or a third.
Do the dragons want to hang out together, or do they want to split between watches?
What say you, sister?
Yeah, we can take third watch. We'll be fine.
I'll take the watch with Phaelith then.
Okay.
Ray and I will
Um,
be up first.
Okay, so each team, one person from each team, can you roll me a d20?
It's all
Wow.
yours, Tam, because Gray is not paying attention to anything.
I knew he was using me.
Oh, why
Listen,
is a sibling do you
you're-
want to take
You're
care
responsible, so he's going to pair with the responsible one.
Oh shit, with a natural 20.
Okay, nice.
I can.
of? I think it's better if you do it.
Okay. What about second watch?
Did you want to get that Phaelith, or do you want me to?
It's perception.
No, it's just a d20.
Oh,
Just a straight up d20.
Just, 16.
16, okay.
And 11 from us.
Okay. So as group 1 begins to take their evening shifts, everyone else settles down for the evening for as much rest as they can muster. During the evening, the two of you notice that perched up on a hill overlooking the rest of the camp, you see Leah sort of like crouched down, just like keeping like an ever vigilant watch over everybody. That massive crossbow just like leaning against her as she's just moving her head back and forth, just keeping a complete watch on everything.
I think Gray notices her, and she's probably the only thing he's noticing all night. He sees something that he likes, and he's just not looking at anything else.
That's adorable, and it can stay.
I think at some point Rin will come over with like an extra water skin and be like, she's been up there a while, she could probably use some water.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true. Were you gonna go, or did you?
I need to
Well-
keep an eye on things down here. So I think you should absolutely go.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. No problem.
Be a huge help, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Takes it and he goes towards her, making it very obvious that he is walking towards her so he doesn't accidentally spook her and get shot by a massive crossbow.
How do you approach her?
He's just gonna walk over there, but as he gets close, he's gonna start like dragging his feet a little bit so it makes obvious like rustling noises as he's going over there, so she can hear him coming.
Do you say anything?
When he gets close enough, yeah, he'll probably just kind of call out, "Hey, how you doing over here?"
You are a rather heavy stepper.
Well, I try to be, when there's people with crossbows around. Yeah, I don't want to surprise anyone. Except, maybe with a drink. Are you thirsty?
You can see that she like looks over at you, and in the dark, those yellow eyes are just glowing.
I'm not interrupting, am I?
And she reaches out and she's like very gingerly takes the water skin from you and shakes her head. No, just keeping watch.
Right. So you seem to, really know what you're doing out here. You travel around a lot, or?
I'm a hunter for New Dagger Tree. I'm used to being out in the wilderness and out in the deserts most of the time. Sometimes we hunt game, other times we hunt threats. So
Yeah, I've heard some stories about the desert and things that are lurking around in there.
things have only gotten worse since that damned vault opened. Every now and then we get reports that some monstrosity has been seen roaming around near our lands, and myself and those like me are dispatched to take care of it.
Yeah, again, I've heard some stories about the stuff coming out of there, but I've also heard there's some legendary treasures in there.
I have heard those tales as well. Can't say that stepping into an abomination such as that piques any interest for myself.
Have you ever seen the vault first, or entrance to the vault firsthand? Have you ever been in that area before?
Once or twice we have made excursions to make sure that the outsiders that are wandering through the desert towards there still remember whose land it is.
Right. I guess that could be a problem if there's a bunch of people flooding into the area. Hey, has anyone ever tried to close the vault if it's causing so many problems?
If the tales that I have heard are true, there have been a couple times that the Arcastans have tried to seal it. But it's like the damnable thing doesn't want to be closed.
Man, you gotta wonder, with all the dangerous stuff that came flooding out of that place, what kind of idiot opened it in the first place?
That is a question that has many answers. Depending on who you ask, the description of the so-called idiot, as you say, changes. All we know, it is now open and has been nothing but a pain in everyone's ass since.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of hope to get out in that area at some point, but I'm just curious to see it, that's all. I do hope that at some point it stops causing so many problems for you.
She shrugs. Honestly, I enjoy it. Hunting the same thing over and over again gets a little boring.
So, what's the craziest thing you've ever hunted?
It's still out there. We haven't found it yet, but a massive multi-headed sandworm is rumored to be somewhere in the desert.
Oh,
Every now and then we get reports that it's been spotted and we're sent out to investigate, but we never find the damn thing. It could just be a local legend.
who knows? Maybe we'll track it down when we end up back in the desert with you. It would be my honor to hunt at your side.
She smiles and kind of gives you like a little like playful punch. You do seem like the fun sort. Just try not to die.
I try every day. I don't want to distract you too much. Oh,
Your friend keeps staring at us.
she's just being attentive, I think. I'll admit I kind of took watch with her because I knew she would do most of the work. I was on guard duty all day. I'm tired.
I'm not judging. You do it in the day, so I could do it at night.
Is it okay if I just, like, sit up here with you for a while? I won't distract you too much, I promise.
Your company is not one I would say no to.
I think he just smiles and blushes slightly and just kind of sits down and leans back and relaxes and
Okay.
enjoys the moment.
So, Rin, as you notice, Gray just gets very comfortable and kicks back with Leah. What are you doing?
She's going to have to pull twice the work now because she has to cover for Gray. But she knew that was coming, so I think she kind of relaxes when she sees Gray still down, because that means he's not going to get himself shot for now. And she's going to go back to... She's kind of boring. She's going to go back to doing her watch, keeping an eye on everything.
Okay. With that roll that you gave me earlier, the watch is pretty calm, but if you would like, you can give me a perception check.
That'd be a 15.
A 15. As you're walking around camp, you notice that the gnome of Leah's group, Shavira, has sort of wandered into a wagon team's camp, and she seems to be chatting with another individual, a younger looking human man. They just seem to be laughing and sort of sharing stories and sharing a drink.
A lot of that going on, you know? You got Gray up there, and now the gnome over here. She'll just kind of take a peek at the shadows to make sure nothing strange is happening, because, you know, she's in control of them most of the time, but...
You don't see anything weird around her. You do recall, just to mention that she does tend to enjoy being around as many of the living as possible.
Alright. So she's probably just going to leave that be then and just keep patrolling around.
Okay. So as the watch dies down, Gray, are you excusing yourself to get some sleep, or are you going to stay up there with Leah?
I think he'll probably fall asleep up there, but eventually wake up again, like halfway through second watch or something, and then he'll go to his tent and spend the rest of the night in there.
Okay. So Rin, it's been left up to you. Are you going to wake Valeth and Jade up?
Yeah, she'll go wake him up.
Okay.
Just go wander over to them, nudge him with her boot. Or if they're up on the bed, nudge him with something.
So Jade and Valeth, you are awoken for your watch. And during the like the peak hours of the night here, everything seems to be calm. Though if I can get no, I'll hold off on the rolls for a moment. As you awaken and you begin to find yourself outside of the tents in the camp, how are you going to spend your watch?
Are there
she's
any
used to being a night hunter.
trees?
There are a few trees. Not many, but they're kind of like scarcely scattered out because you are in like an open like grassland.
I think Jade might try transforming into a spider and climbing up to the top of one of the trees just so she can look down better. And
Now, when you say transforming into a
Possibly.
spider, do you mean wild shape or are you talking about activating your boots?
my boots.
Okay. So you go spider Jade and you clamber up into a tree.
Mhm.
And Valeth, you said you were doing what?
I mean, she's used to just hunting or keeping watch at night, so she would just kind of, she was gonna climb a tree actually, and just
Okay.
kind of perch.
Okay, so
She was
like
gonna perch herself.
the two of you find separate trees and you climb up and you just perch yourself into them.
Except the funny thing is, with her being darker colors, she just completely blends in with the shadows and darkness.
She is the night.
I am the night.
So
She's born of the night.
if the two of you can give me perception checks while you're up in this tree.
Mine would be a 17.
17.
You want me to do one for my bird as well?
Yes, is bird is the word up in the air?
Oh yeah, he's an owl. He's
Yeah.
he's nocturnal. So he's very much, he's probably hunting for his meals
Okay.
as well. Let me there we go, because he has his own set of stats. His perception is ridiculous. And he has keen sight. So let me just pull this up real quick. Okay. So for me, it's 21. Ooh. Is that, oh, okay, thank God for advantage for him, I guess. Didn't roll too terribly great though. 15 for him.
15. Okay.
Mhm.
So as all of you, the two of you are perched up in your trees, bird is up in the sky. Collectively, you notice that you are in a very good position at the moment. The perimeter looks to be clear. Everybody looks to be in good spirits. By the time you come out, things are winding down. A lot of the wagon team has like sort of like gone to their tents. Though the three of you do notice that Shavira and a one of the wagon team members seem to be walking off on their own. And there seems to be a bit of flirtatious movements between the two of them. Halfway through the watch, as you said, Gray, when you wake up, you notice that you have like a very heavy cloak that has been put over you as sort of like a blanket.
I think if he notices that, and if Leah's still there,
She is. You notice that she's like
then
kind of like now like perched on like the balls of her feet, and she's got the crossbow like up, and she's just scanning.
then I think he's just gonna stay where he is and go back to sleep.
Okay. During this watch, aside from keeping an eye out, is there anything the two of you would like to do? Wait. The two of you being Jade and Valeth.
I did not think I'd get this far as far as doing anything nightly, to be honest. No, she's just if she happens to find any animal crossing by, she actually might hunt it. She's not going to really move too much. She might hop from tree to tree within the area, kind of like a perimeter, but she's not going to like go out hunting. But if she happens to find or hear an animal nearby, she may hunt it just to have some extra provisions for the group and for her companion. So
Go ahead and
Yeah.
give me a survival check for that then.
okay, let's see here. Oh dang, my dice are good tonight. That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. So as you are keeping watch, you do notice off in the distance a rather chonky looking rabbit sort of emerge from one of the overgrowths of grass. If you wish, you most definitely can hunt it. With that survival roll, I can say you successfully perform a clean kill on the rabbit and are able to collect it for provisions.
She definitely does a courtesy check since she knows what to look for. She's looking for those yellow eyes real quick in the sky to see if maybe Duoth has spotted it. And then when she doesn't see any movement, she's like, all right, I'll grab it. And then she'll
Mine.
get it just in case. Just in case.
You don't want to steal your griffin.
No. He might get a little upset. He's like, I was watching that. So, yeah. So she won't do it right away. She'll wait till like towards the very end of her watch before she'll skin the rabbit and all that good stuff. Because she doesn't want to be distracted during her watch, just in case. So yeah, so she'll wait till the end to do that. Otherwise, she's just gonna continue just keeping an eye out and just looking out for any other animals just in case.
Okay. Jade, are you up to anything, or are you just Spider-Manning?
Jade is just really enjoying the opportunity to be outdoors, not with a lot of stress, not having to be under the watchful eye of a mentor, back into land that is more familiar to her near where she grew up. So she's just really quite enjoying being there and again, just watching to make sure that there is nothing untoward happen. And
Yeah.
she knows that Leah has got things probably more than well under control as well, which also allows her to relax more.
Okay.
And she's also enjoying the fact that she knows she's not probably going to fall out of the tree.
So always a good concern to have. All right. So as your watch winds down, you have the opportunity to wake up the twins if you'd like. That is-
Absolutely.
okay. So Val and Nock, you two are awoken by Jade.
I was
Still in
enjoying that
spider
sleep.
form.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So you see a half spider human humanoid standing over you, waking you up.
Oh, I think I preferred my nightmares.
Jade flips back into human. Well, that's not very nice. I think I make
Yeah,
quite an attractive spider.
I think I preferred the spider now. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, I'm up. I'm awake. Oh.
She punches him a little playfully.
Right.
And she's
Why
fairly
do you-
tall, but she, probably still in the stomach or something.
Why do you always all insist on punching me? Ah,
Because you're the
Because
nerd.
you're so punchable.
yeah, sure. Let's go with that. All right, I'm up. What's up? What's going on? What did I miss? Oh,
Watch?
right. It's time for the watch. Okay, yeah, I'm on it. All right, let's go. And yeah, we're gonna take a look. Is our sister still awake, or is she getting out of bed?
Boy, am I awake. Okay.
All right.
So, as the two of you slowly but surely awaken for your turn at the watch here, how are you spending your watch?
Good question. Sister, how are we spending our watch?
Anything tallish that is not a tree? Like a rock, anything.
There is a little bit of a vantage point on the hill where you now see a small campfire has been erected, and you see maybe 2, maybe 3 bodies up there.
They're already in. Someone's already got it under control. Then we're just gonna hang around the caravan and keep watch then.
Okay. Knock, you doing anything different?
No, we might take the occasional, patrol, basically walk around the perimeter type thing, but we're not gonna do, anything crazy. We don't see super well at night comparatively to, what's it called, compared to the Griffin, for example, and since we don't see so well at night, we're not gonna risk flying when we can't see where we're going.
Probably a good idea. Okay.
Yep.
So in that case, can I get perception rolls from both of you?
Okay.
17.
13.
17 and a 13. So, Val, near the end of your watch, as you're hanging around, out of the corner of your eye, you sort of see a quick movement coming out of one of the tents of the wagon team's campsite. Though you don't catch what it was, somebody definitely exit out of that tent quickly.
Do I see where they've gone?
It looks like they've looped a little bit out of the camp, out of the campfire's range, and have gone a little deeper, past, into some grass, some of the higher level grass.
Okay. I would like to go make sure that there's not something horrifying that's happened in the tent.
Okay.
Just poke nose in for 2 seconds.
As you look into the tents with that 7, go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
Investigation. Okay. 18.
18. As you look in, there is definitely just a a collection of clothes that looks like have just been taken off and thrown all, like around the tent in haste. And you do see an individual like on their side with like the blanket pulled up asleep.
Okay, good enough. Happy with that answer.
Okay. So, while you're performing your watches, is there anything aside from watching that you are wanting to get into?
I mean, no, we'll be good.
Okay. Anything from Val?
Nope.
Okay.
We're good.
So as your shifts end and dawn slowly approaches, you all awaken to the smell of food being prepared over the campfires. Gray, since you stayed up on the hill, you awaken with Leah sort of sleeping close by to you, but giving you enough space. And she has like a small personalish campfire that's like been built near the two of you just to provide a little bit of warmth.
I think I will stay there for a while. I don't want to wake her up too early because it sounds like she's been up most of the night, especially if she was still awake when I woke up. But I'll stay up there and give her a good like hour and a half extra, and wake her up by then if she doesn't wake up herself.
Surprisingly enough, the moment the first rays of sunrise hit her face, she's up, just like reactive. Now, did you have a good sleep?
I did actually. Sorry, I didn't mean to just fall asleep there, but I was real comfortable. Did you get enough sleep?
Yeah, I don't need much. I've been trained to function on lesser sleep than normal.
Oh. I barely function on more sleep than normal. It smells like they're making breakfast down there. We should join the others, maybe.
She kind of sniffs the air. Yeah, it does sound like a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, you want your cloak back? Thank you for that, by the way.
And she nods and she takes and just like flurls it around herself. You can see just like the large like lump of the crossbow on her back as she's just begins to head downhill.
I will go join everyone for breakfast as well.
Okay. And as everyone slowly but surely awakens to get their food, Sola and Shavira, that's her name, join you at your campfire.
The food that is being prepared for breakfast, I will cast a small ritual on it before we all dig in. I will cast Nourishing Repast, which basically anyone that eats the food, if you happen to roll hit die to regain HP within the next 24 hours, you get a +1 bonus to each die rolled. So a little bit of extra
nice.
HP if you need to.
Yep.
As breakfast is being served out from your camp, everyone begins to notice that there's a bit of commotion coming from the wagon team's camp as they all begin to like circle with a couple people going into one specific tent. Val, this is the tent that you did a quick once over on last night.
Okay.
And as you're standing there with your breakfast, you notice that somebody comes out of the tent, just like a very solemn look on their face, kind of like shakes their head. And then there's like a bunch of muffled talking between the team members that are around the tent itself.
What do you guys think is going on over there?
Can I do some sort of roll to see if I can read anyone's faces to try to understand what's happening?
Give me an insight check.
21.
You see a mixture of concern and worry and a little bit of sorrow on some of the faces.
I mean, they definitely seem upset and worried. Should we go find out?
I think we probably should.
With that, Ren's going to probably stand up from where she was eating and meander over.
I will join her.
Is everything okay
Well-
over here?
We'll follow in.
And as you get closer, you begin to hear more of a bit of commotion in people's voices. And as you call out, the one that had come from the tent sort of comes up and approaches you. You've seen this guy leading the train, or like the wagon train, this past couple days. You assume that he's probably the foreman. He's like, holds up his hands. He's like, don't mean to alarm any of you, but we've got a dead one here. They seem to have passed in the night.
Any idea as to why?
Not really a doctor myself. I couldn't tell you. All I know is the lad's cold as stone.
Can I have a look?
Are you...
A cleric.
It's better than what we got here.
I might at least be able to figure out why, considering I did see something last night, but I assumed it was just someone normal leaving the tent.
Would you allow me to take a look as well? I'm not a cleric, but I am a druid, so if there's anything natural that was the cause, I might be able to spot it.
Any help would be
Between us, we
appreciated.
might- Yeah, well, I'll head in with Gray then, and we can make a concerted effort to figure out what the hell happened.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I want to scan the crowd to see if I can spot the guy from last night that the gnome was with. The gnome was with, not Knoll. The gnome.
The gnome. I was gonna say, if you try to spot the one that the Knoll was with, it just walked into the tent. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception roll for that, as your two friends enter into the tent to begin their investigation.
17.
17. You don't really see him, though there are other people out in the camp who haven't really come to like ogle at what's going on, but who knows. As Val and Gray enter into the tent, it's much like the same condition that you saw it in last night, Val. It doesn't look like much has been disturbed.
Okay. The obvious first question is, this is going to involve a medicine check. That's what this is going to involve to actually figure out. Gray, can you assist with this?
Maybe. The deceased person, they're in here, and
It's just this body of a of like a human man, probably in his early to mid 20s. He's on his side. He's got a blanket on him. Much to what you remember, Val, it doesn't look like he's moved.
I will assist with the medicine here, and then do some magical stuff afterwards.
Okay.
All right.
So go ahead and
We'll
give
start.
me a medicine check with advantage.
Oh, that's good. That's a 26.
Damn. 26. With the 26, you can definitely say for sure that this boy is dead. Cold to the touch. Though upon examination, the body already looks like it's in more of an advanced stage than it should be. Especially around like the neck area, it seems to be a bit more rigored than the rest of the body. The face is a little contorted in what looks to be a mixture of surprise and agony.
Hey, so we're looking for marks. We're doing a full once over for any marks out of the ordinary.
You do notice that the upper torso seems to have a couple scratches on it. And there is like what looks to be a bit of like a bite mark, just like right on like the upper part of the collarbone.
Okay, when you say bite, are we talking like a full set of teeth, or it looks like
somebody just
a pair of punctures?
Like somebody just clamped down on him with a full set of teeth.
Okay, so not like no visible like fang indents or something weird like that.
It doesn't look like somebody tried to Capri Sun him.
Okay. And the
Wow,
teeth
I feel
look
personally
human.
attacked.
Listen.
We had to make sure it wasn't Ash.
Yes.
Dare you? She's further north.
This person is a human. Yes.
And like the teeth marks, they look
humanoid,
not animalistic.
No, on a 27 medicine check, it looks like the teeth belong to somebody with a smaller mouth.
Now, I also saw someone leave and book it off into the tall grass.
You did.
Last night.
You saw something quickly leave out of the tent and into the grass.
You know what? Gray, stay here, have a look around, use any magic you see. I am going to go find someone who might be able to do a little light tracking.
Okay, yeah. I've got a few rituals here I can do that might give us some more insight.
But it definitely looks like they were... Somebody had a nibble, but it definitely wasn't like they were removed of any... Someone wasn't having a snack. Someone was draining, like, physical essence out of them. So...
See what I can figure out, and then I'll let you know.
Oh, where's... Okay.
All
Now
right.
time to play Where the Heck is Our Resident Tracker?
Okay, so as you exit out of the tent, Gray, you are left alone to do what you are going to do.
I've got a couple rituals here, and I think I will start with ritual casting Detect Poison and Disease. See
Okay.
if this guy's been poisoned in some way. So this allows me to sense the present and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of me, and also allows me to identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease. So if there's any like poison in his bloodstream or anything, I think I should be able to detect that with that spell.
So, casting your Detect Poisons and Disease spell, you don't detect anything on him. Though, off in a small footlocker, you're gaining the sense of a small amount of just basic snake venom.
Okay. I will go over to that footlocker. Does it look like a completely ordinary footlocker? I have no reason to think that it's
It
gonna
looks
blow up in
like
my face.
a basic run-of-the-mill workman's footlocker.
Okay, and I'm just gonna open it up and take
Yep.
a look inside.
You open it up, and inside you find a small bag of gold, probably about 10 pieces of gold in there, probably like the half wages for the journey. But you do see 2 small bottles of that poison. And then
Okay.
what looks to be a empty dagger scabbard. And on investigation of this, you do see that there are modifications that have been made for the vials of poison to be put into them, as this is a poisoner's scabbard.
Okay. So that changes my order of operations here a little bit. Do I have to touch things for this spell? Oh, I do. That's always fun. I'm
Thoughts
going
touching
to
things?
pick up the scabbard, and then I am going to ritual cast read object on it. And I will concentrate on read object for the full duration, so I get all of the information that the spell can provide, which those bits of information are listed at the end of the spell there.
Okay. So let's see. How many rounds are you going to sit here and look at this item, or to use this item?
All of them.
All of them.
The spell will last for a minute, so every 10 seconds I will get one of those 6 points of information.
So I will tell you this then. As you are looking through all of this, the item doesn't really necessarily have any cool magical name to it. It's just a poisoner's scabbard. Visual image of the last person that handled it was the young man, albeit alive and looking a lot more vibrant than he is now. An impression of the emotional state, they're dead. They don't really have an emotion.
That's fair.
Let's see. This isn't necessarily a weapon, but it is a holder for a weapon. You don't get the sense that a dagger has been placed into this scabbard yet. It has yet to be used. As in regards to the owner or crafter of this, you do see an image of an older looking gentleman, grizzled in their years, sort of handing the young man this scabbard before he had set off with the wagon team. Item doesn't really have any sort of historical significance. If anything, this may be an heirloom, but nothing too great that it would have a tale to it.
Okay. So after learning that information, I will put the scabbard back exactly where I found it. So I don't want to move any of this stuff without everyone else being informed of its presence first. And I do have one more ritual I can cast. Where is it? Okay. I am just going to go up to a piece of furniture that happens to be in here as well, or even like a rug or something. something that if it had eyes, it would have eyes on the entirety of this space. And then I will ritual cast Speak with Inanimate Object.
Okay.
Ooh, I like this spell.
So you do see that there is a small, like, personal desk in here. Nothing too grand or anything. It's pretty much just a table that's been made into a makeshift desk. Aside from that, you have the footman's trunk, and then you have the bed. So you have the
Hey.
pick of those three things.
I will do it on the desk.
Okay. So as you cast the spell, you feel a bit of a quasi-psychic connection linking to the natural remnants that are inside this table.
That allows me to ask it up to 3 yes or no questions. So I think I will start by asking it, was this man killed by a weapon?
You get a sense of negativity. Of a no.
Okay. And real quick, did anybody tell me that they saw somebody coming out of this tent last night? Or
I did.
Val
I
did.
did physically mention that as
Yep.
I
Did-
left.
okay,
I'm like,
okay.
hey, I saw someone leaving this. I'm going to go find a tracker.
And I think my second question will be, was this man killed by the person that was in here with him last night?
Yes.
Was that person a part of our caravan?
You get a bit of uncertainty because it wouldn't know.
That's fair. That's fair. I thought that one might be a little bit of a stretch, but I wanted to chance it anyways. Okay. Yeah, no, that's perfect. The spell will fade after that point, and I will make my way out of the tent.
All right. So as you are performing all of these rituals and doing your investigation, Val, you've given Gray time to do what they need to do inside the tent as you go to look for your resident tracker.
Who is our resident tracker? Because I am not familiar with everybody yet on that.
I believe that would be Valeth.
Hey, I need you and an owl.
But you need me and a griffin?
Yeah, that thing.
The giant bird.
Yes. What do you need me for?
How good are you at tracking down tracks that might be upwards of 6 hours old?
I would like to say I'm pretty darn decent at it.
Neat. So I'm going to go to where I kind of saw that person vanish. last
Vanish
night.
into the grass or vanish from
Yeah,
the tent?
vanish into the grass
Okay.
because that's going to be a very disturbed spot when they kind of went through grass.
Yep. And it's not too hard to find. Even if you are an inexperienced tracker, you can see that this like waist high grass has been trampled on.
Can you find the owner of this track?
Valeth, if you want, you can give me
Oh
a.
God, I was muted. Yeah, she's gonna examine it and have Duoth help and see if it can pick up a scent.
Okay, so if Duoth is
Kinda.
helping, go ahead and give me. I'll say this: you can either roll with advantage from Duoth, or you can roll 2 separate checks, since you are doing a more visual and he's doing a more sensory.
Oh, why not? Okay, what am I rolling?
This will be a survival roll.
Survival. Okay. Yeah. You know what? That makes sense. We'll roll separately.
Okay.
I rolled okay, but thank God for my bird. Survival.
Thank God for bird.
15 and 22 from Dua.
22. There are definite signs that somebody trampled through this grass probably about a good 15 feet in and then just sat down for quite some time as like a bit of grass is now just like pushed down from like their weight. The sense that you get is this individual that was in here was not that tall. They were not a very large individual. Though you don't see any footprints or anything, it's more just a visual representation of somebody was in here at some point in time, and they probably sat in here for probably about like an hour or two.
Oh.
And as they like you're looking at this, Duoth leans in, he like begins to sniff around. I'm getting two mixed scents.
Two as in two people or mixed breed?
Two people.
Is one the murder victim that you can smell by the tent?
He's like, I'll be back. And he goes and just like trots over to the side of the tent. He doesn't go in, but he begins to sniff. And he comes back to you. Affirmative.
And the other, do you smell it near us? Can you follow the scent?
I am unsure. It's here, but it's not.
Invisible, maybe.
No. The scent. It's like it exists, but it doesn't. It's confusing.
Like someone's trying to mask the scent?
That's...
Completely.
That may be a good description if they wanted to, yes. But I'm not really sensing anything that would mask it. It's like
After seeing this spot like sitting for a while, like as he's talking to me, do I see where they may have potentially have gotten up to walk? Like if they what direction they may have walked?
It looks like the path was retraced out of the grass.
Okay.
It's like it's kind of like the gnome. It smells a little like the gnome.
She thinks about it for a moment. Being what she is, would she assume that there is a creature like her among them that's not her own family, a changeling?
You don't necessarily think a changeling, but when Duoth mentions the gnome, you do remember that the group of three that you are now traveling with does have a gnome amongst them, Shavira.
Is Val next to them this whole time?
Next
Or
to
did Val
whom?
walk away? To both of us.
Val. Val, did you leave to let them do their thing, or are you keeping with them?
I'm gonna, once they're kind of off on search mode, I'm gonna head back to where Gray is.
Okay.
Just in case he needs help. You know where to find me if you need me.
Okay. I know it might be a little difficult, but can you trace the scent to where it last lingered?
Go
before it
ahead.
starts getting a little iffy?
Go ahead and give me another survival check to see if he can't track something down.
Natural 20! For a, let me double check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to know what the ridiculous number this bird just rolled.
It's well, remember, we're low level, so it's not too high, but he ups it over time. But it
97.
is a no. Unfortunately, it's only a 24.
Oh, unfortunately, it's only a 24.
Well, it's only +4 right now.
And you see, like, he perks up just a moment and he lowers himself down. He kind of just like points with his beak in the direction back towards your camp. I've got him.
Lead the way, and she'll hop on his back and just kind of ride him as she keeps her own keen eyes looking for any details as Duoth is trying to track this.
As excited as he may be at tracking somebody, he maintains his composure to where he's just not full throttle, galloping through the campsite back to where you guys were at. Those of you who are back at the camp, so Nock, Jade, and Rin. As your friends have been gone for a bit now, and Val has come by and asked for a tracker, you do notice that there is a bit of mumbled speech between both Leah and Shavira, as they seem to, as Leah's sort of like kneeled down and they're sort of speaking to one another. If there's anything the three of you want to do.
How far is Jade from the tent where deceased is?
You are on the opposite end of the campsite. You are still near the where your guys' tent campfire were at, and then Gray and Val went off to investigate the tent. Val then came back, grabbed Valeth, and then they went a little beyond the tent.
I am very sort of casually going to walk over to the tent, and I am going to use my divine sense to see if I notice any
Bring up
register.
divine sense.
Yep. So, just a second. There you go.
60 feet, yeah. You do have somewhat of a sense of undeath nearby, but it's fleeting, almost as if you're just detecting a trace of what may have been there previously, and it's coming from inside the tent. And as you cast this, you see Gray walking out with maybe a bit of a concerned look on his face.
So the feeling of evil I have is centered on the
Not necessarily evil, but undeath.
undeath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's fleeting, almost as if maybe something undead was there a short time ago and it's no longer there, but it's left like just a trace amount of its essence inside the tent.
Jade's going to walk over to Gray, put her hand on his arm, and say, "My divine sense is picking up some undeath, fleeting, but there, centered on the."
That's concerning. The poor individual in there that's passed away, he was murdered by someone, but I didn't see any other people or creatures in there. I was in there for some time. He's the only body in there, what could be giving off that sense of undeath?
Possibly not. Possibly what was partially involved. Mice.
If
What was responsible?
uh,
I can't.
Siva, you're cutting in and out on your
Oh, I'm so
microphone.
sorry. My fault. It happens when I speak quietly. Oh, is that better now?
You're good.
Okay, sorry about that. Did you catch enough of that? Or-
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that.
He was with someone in there last night, and I have reason to believe that that someone he was with is who killed him. But I don't know anything about that person. If the person was undead, or if they used, I don't know, some sort of necromancy that related to undeath, could that leave like enough of a magical residue for your divine sense to pick up on?
Would I be able to answer that question?
Go ahead and we'll make this a straight up intelligence check.
I'm not feeling very intentional. That is only going to be. Let's check. So that's actually only going to be a 7.
7.
So I really can't say, Gray, but you would think that if that undeath was here, I would still sense it, and it's fleeting.
Is your divine sense still like active? And if it is, do you want to just go into the tent real quick? Make sure it isn't that guy that's given off that sense, and he's about to get back up in a real bad way.
+1, oh my goodness, number of times equal to +1 my charisma. Oh my, okay. So I could do this up to 7 times. So I'm going to absolutely do what Gray asks.
Okay. And as soon as you go into the tent, your divine sense going off again, you do identify it partially on the individual who's laying in that bed. Specifically, the markings and like advanced rigor around the neck. Just a fleeting essence of undeath. Not as if the individual themselves has been afflicted by a necromancer or anything, but it seems as if some form of undeath was the cause of his passing.
The undeath. I'll go up top, Gray. Gray, the undeath lingers fleeting around his neck, where there seems to be more decomposition. Expect the decomposition doesn't look even, but I don't think he's undead. I don't think he's going to cause us problems later.
So two of you are conversing. Val, you come up and you find Gray speaking to Jade, and almost like a few moments later, Duoth and Valeth ride by, heading back towards your camp.
Mind us.
Val, did you discover anything else?
I think we found tracks, Valeth and Burb. Name of Burb. Duoth are trying to track down our problem.
Well, speak of the changeling, and they shall appear. Valeth, did you find tracks? Did it Did it bear any fruit?
Wait, was I walking away from them, or were we going
Yeah,
towards
like
them?
no, Duoth and Valeth riding him just like
Oh, I
pass
thought
you
they
guys by, and
came,
they're
Yeah,
came back.
we were walking
Sorry.
away.
Sorry.
I was like, wait
my
a minute.
bad. That was my bad.
but you could see
That
that
was
they're
my
headed
bad.
back to your section of the camp.
I don't
I
think
did-
it takes a genius to see that if not Valeth, then definitely Bird is definitely like not necessarily like sniffing the ground like a dog, but it's definitely like head is kind of sniffing the air every so often, suddenly pivots. Like you can tell that tracking is afoot.
Yeah. In that case, I will kind of motion at you to our other friends here as you walk by, in case they didn't spot your obvious tracking. And I will trail behind you, keeping pace, but not close enough to you that I'm going to interrupt anything that you're doing.
And I think as everyone begins to make their way back to camp, we are going to go ahead and take a quick break here so we can get up, stretch our legs, get something to drink, all that fun stuff, and we will be right back.
Pulse for 5 seconds. It's
And
like,
Yeah.
we
Shit.
are back.
It's so talented.
Abby Rhodes, thank
Oh,
you for that
hello.
raid. Raiders, welcome on in.
hello, Raiders.
Welcome.
So, as we pick up where we left off, Valith, you ride into your camp on the back of Duoth, quickly followed by Jade, Gray, and Val. And he stops just a little outside of like the range of the campfire. He's like, I've spotted her.
Where is she?
The little one talking to the knoll.
I'm gonna look and see how the gnome looks, because the dual scent is kind of throwing them off.
You see that she has... Oh, give me an insight check.
You're giving me all the things I can do.
I would hope so, given the class that you chose.
It's with slight Batman feels. Yeah, that is a 18.
An 18. You notice that Shavira has a like a worried and almost panicked expression on her face as she's very much so like talking with her hands and looking up to Leah, even though she's kneeling down next to her, and just almost in a state of full-on panic.
Can I read her lips?
What is your passive perception?
Not as high as I would like. 15. Duas is 17.
I think with a 15 you can catch like a few words.
Okay.
A lot of what you're getting is I didn't mean to. It was an accident. And something about just wanting to have fun.
What is the Knoll's reaction?
Leah, on the other hand, seems to be calm and collected, and she's like very like she leans down, she like very like gingerly holds Shavira and just like sort of like pulls her in for just like a soft hug. She's very comforting to the Knoll.
She's just gonna just keep observing a moment, kind of analyze what's going on, which I imagine would give Gray or whoever else time to catch up at that point.
Yeah. And the three of you notice the interaction between Leah and Shavira as well.
What do you think is going on over there? It looks like... Do you think they knew that guy?
Concentrating.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Apparently, the gnome wanted to get frisky and killed him.
I'm sorry.
Veronica's asphyxiation, maybe. I don't know. Kinky shit. I don't know. You're too young to understand.
Oh, no, I understand kinky shit just fine. But what we saw in that tent was not no strangulation.
Are you sure? Wait, what?
Yeah, that guy wasn't strangled to death. Like, there was some... Like, he was all scratched up, and there was some weird decay going on.
It was almost like the life was just ripped out of him.
I wonder if she lost control for a moment. of the shadows.
Yeah. So Valeth this whole time has just been like talking to you without like turning her head or anything, and it's that moment she's like, she's still like looking ahead, but she's like, shit, I don't know you were all there. Okay.
Literally,
Yeah.
the whole squad is standing behind
It's
her.
just like, all right, well, she's like, okay, well, then yeah, possibly lost control, but it looks like she didn't mean to. Hold on. She just kind of
I
mumbles
like
to herself for a bit, and she goes, okay, yeah, she is panicking. It was an accident. And she doesn't know what to do. But the scent is definitely from her. She's definitely the one that did it. But that may explain the weird dual scent that Duoth was getting. He said he smelled two things. It was like a scent, but not. It smelt like the gnome, but not quite.
this could be because she's dead but not dead.
Oh, right.
And
I like to imagine
Jade,
as Ren's talking, she's like has her back to wherever the gnome and the gnoll are, so it looks like we're just standing around and Bayleth's the one staring off to the side.
Hey, she's not blatantly out in the open, like, I'm gonna watch. She's like, no, she would be tactful enough, like, hide behind a tent and watch.
I know, but the rest of us standing around you looks a little awkward, so she's like trying to make like that circle like friends do as they stand around.
You guys are making me obvious, Jesus.
I think if anything's making it obvious, it's the giant griffin, perhaps.
We're hiding, it's fine.
The griffin
Jade
butt sticking
did
out.
pick up on some undeath in that tent with her divine sense, so that would make sense.
I mean, if it's an accident, do we really want to cause a ruckus?
Well, I'm not really a lawmaker or anything like that, but I'm not saying like, oh no, she's got to atone for what she did, but something's got to happen because I don't know if the rest of the caravan's gonna be a little fearful
I think
or
that's
uneasy.
I think that's almost between their leader and the caravan leader.
And as you're having this conversation, you do notice Sola walking from like the wagon train camp. Just very light stepped, almost as if like this whole situation doesn't necessarily bother him. He's got a cup of coffee in his hand as he's walking back, and as he gets closer to your group's camp, he's just sort of gives a friendly wave and he walks over to Shavira and Leah.
Can I do a check real quick? Nature or survival or whatever you think is appropriate. Because he's Yanti, right?
Yep.
I'm remembering that correctly.
Yep, he is. I believe they are the full bloods, not the full bloods, but the half bloods. They're the humanoid Yanti.
Yeah, can I just do a check about what I may know about the properties of Yanti venom?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a nature check on that.
Where the hell did I put my dice? Okay, that is a good roll. 19.
You do know that some variations of Yanti do have a venomous bite, though they're not usually ones to bottle it up and sell it. It's usually meant as a sort of like a last ditch effort defense in his variation of a Yanti.
And just to sate my curiosity here, have I heard anything or read anywhere about how Yanti venom might or might not affect the rate of decay in flesh?
You do know, just for clarification, he is a Yanti pureblood.
Okay.
You do know that in some of the reports that you have read in regards to their venom, it can cause like advanced stages of necrosis rather quickly.
Okay.
Though
And
what you
oh, go
saw
ahead.
around the neck wasn't necessarily like necrosis from venom.
Okay. Just wanted to think about that for a minute, because discovering snake venom, and then suddenly, oh yeah, there's a snake man in our camp. And the snake venom that I did see, I'm not overly familiar with the application of poisons and stuff, so I might not know this. But is that something that likely has to enter the bloodstream of someone to have an impact on them?
You do know that most venom like that would have to enter the bloodstream either by like an injection or a bite or even a cut from a blade.
Okay, so just touching it won't necessarily impact you in any way.
Correct.
Okay.
Unless you had like an open wound or something.
Keep that in my back pocket for now,
And as
proverbially speaking.
he speaks a couple words over like to both his companions, and he begins to walk towards the rest of you. It's a very friendly smile on his face. Well, I would say good morning, but it seems that it is anything but.
It seems that way, yeah.
Nasty business, that.
Yeah.
Seems like
What
we
do
might be delayed to dig a grave this morning.
Yeah, what do you make of it, if anything?
Are you trying to let on that you don't know? Or are you trying to like make it seem like you don't know? Or are you just an open book?
I think Gray, it's probably evident that he does know something. I mean, most people here did see him spend some time in that tent already. So he's not necessarily trying to hide anything. He's just trying to figure out if this guy knows anything.
He gives you a once over. He's like, I saw that you were in the tent. What do
Yeah.
you make of it?
Well, seems he was killed by another person. I don't really have too many details, and I'd really hate to make assumptions and then have those assumptions be proven incorrect. I don't want to try and blame anyone for anything. There's a lot of questions still.
So you have a suspect in mind? A potential one at least? As he branches this question out to everybody in the group.
I mean, yeah.
Rin's going to do her best to keep her face completely neutral.
Well, I mean, Knock at that point is kind of doing the same thing. He's just standing there with this inscrutable poker face expression on his visage.
You can all speak openly to me. We are traveling companions and we have each other's trust. I wanted to make sure that our stories align.
Well, I mean, it seems that a friend of yours over there is in a bit of a panicked state.
He just gives you a silent nod.
I just don't want to make any accusations without knowing the full story. That's all.
I can explain to you what I know of the situation. And then what I've led the wagon foreman know what happened. Our dear Shivera, as you know, is afflicted with a strange condition, sort of trapped between life and undeath. That collective of shadows in her side keeps her alive as well as long as she's bound to them. It seems that in the midst of having a bit of fun with the young man in the tent last night, she lost control of the shadows and they made a meal of the young man. In a bit of a panic, she went and hid for a couple hours in the grass and then made her way back into camp, where she's been adamantly spilling her guts to Leah about the situation. She's a bit panicked that somebody's going to find out, and it's never good when people do.
I can imagine.
What she did wasn't intended. A simple loss of control in the throes of passion. Now I will tell you that that's not the story I told the foreman. I told the foreman that a well-known species of serpents known to these parts had got into the tent and bit the young man in the neck, and he soon expired afterwards.
I see. I mean, this is all kind of new territory for me, so I'm not really sure how to approach it. I mean, on the one hand, the young man is dead, and, you know, he probably has family that's going to be heartbroken about that. But then, on the other hand, I mean, yeah, Shavira was there, but it sounds like it wasn't really her that did it. It was that other entity or whatever it is that she's bonded with. I mean, can you really blame the wild hound for eating the wild rabbit? That's how nature works. But
I'm happy
I
that
don't
you
really
see it that way.
know what to do here.
I would ask that you let nature be nature.
Sola, might I ask you a question, though?
Of course.
Has this happened?
Has this happened before? Once or twice. Sometimes our dear Shavira cannot maintain control. The shadows overwhelm and they do as they please. But in these situations, we make sure that she is safe and any victims or the families of victims are well compensated for their loss. The organization does know of her condition, but believes that she's better in cooperation with us than to be hunted down for a monster that she is not. So we keep it covered up.
Your forthrightness and honesty is appreciated. I want to do an insight check on.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I was waiting for the scene to end before I said anything.
Insight check.
Tonight seems to be my night for lucky sevens.
Another 7. Okay.
That's like 4 7, bro. What can we say?
And this one die has been really nice to me. I got 17.
A 17. Both insight checks. Jade, you really can't get a read on him. He's very collected. He's very nondescript as he speaks. If he were lying to you, you don't know. If he telling the truth, maybe. Rin, you notice that his demeanor isn't really changing as he's speaking, but you do catch something of sort of like a glint in his eye that kind of gives it away that he is speaking truthfully and out of care and consideration for somebody he considers a friend.
There is one other thing, Zola. Since we are traveling companions, and we're going to be together, I suspect, for quite some time, is there anything that we can do or that you can do for us to ensure that we don't fall victim to one of the incidents where the collective shadows overwhelms your Leah?
Well, the only suggestion that I could have is to not go to bed with her.
Easily enough done. And I'll give it a flight.
How often do the incidents happen? Are they far and few between?
At most, there have been 3 and counting this one.
Yes, but 3 in the last week is much different than 3 over the years.
They've been spread out considerably. The last one before this happened about 2.5 years ago. It was a individual down in Oaks Bounty that fell victim to the shadows.
I don't speak for my friends, but I think for me to prosecute someone for an affliction that's beyond their control would be hypocritical. So you can assure your friend that her secret is safe with me.
Does that stand for the rest of you as well?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, if it's beyond her control, that's not for us to deal with.
I will hold my peace, but I
think
do hope that there is something that could be done for her so that she did not have to do this or exist with this.
He then shoots a glance to both Rin and Valeth.
I mean, Ren
Not my
just kind of
business.
looked. Go ahead.
No, that was it.
I didn't hear what you said because you guys sort of clashed in voices.
Oh, sorry. She just said not my business.
Yeah, Ren just kind of nods along with when Gray was talking. And she just kind of shrugs when he looks at her. It's like, it's out of her control. Doesn't sound like it happens all the time. And she's doing her best.
I'm happy that all of you are so understanding and mature. I thank you for that. I can assure that, oh no, who died?
Tilt.
Tilt.
Tilt's internet
Tilt.
died.
Oh, yeah, is it that time of night where his
It
internet
is.
craps out?
Yep, that is that. Oh, there we go. He says that, yes, I thank you for your understanding, and I assume that once she's recovered, she will also provide thanks. I don't think we'll have to worry too much about any sort of suspicion against any of you. Though if the foreman does approach anyone who's been in the tent, it's best to stick to the story that it looked like it was a serpent-induced bite. I had to adamantly assure him that it wasn't from me. But
I don't know if this is just complete coincidence or not, but when I was in there, I did happen to find some vials of snake venom. So, I guess it would make sense to anyone at a glance that, perhaps he was handling snakes, and that's when things went awry for him.
well, that's very convenient. What was the young man doing with snake venom?
Well, I did also find something that I think is called a poisoner's scabbard. I'm not a weapons guy, so I don't really know anything about them. But it looked like, I don't know, you put the venom in the scabbard or something, and then when you put your knife or sword or whatever into it, it applies it.
Those are quite
That's
rare.
what it looks like.
Normally, you can't
I'm-
get those without special order or be a artisan yourself is making something that grand. Those,
I did
those
take a look at it.
They do cost
and-
a handful of gold.
Backtracking real quick, the image of the older gentleman that I saw handing the scabbard over to this guy, was that a man that I recognized at all, or
Nobody you're familiar with.
yes, I did some investigation on the scabbard and used a bit of magic, and I was able to see into its history essentially, but I didn't recognize any of the people that I saw, so I don't know, maybe this guy just had some secret stuff going on.
Or it was a mean for defense. I mean,
I guess so.
any sort of venom could be a deterrent against an attacker.
It's true. Either way,
It looks like we may be delayed by a couple hours as they perform funeral rites for the young man.
it's understandable.
Of course.
Well, I am off to comfort my friend and make sure that she's taken care of for now.
If there's anything that she needs from us, don't hesitate to ask. I feel bad for her. I mean, I'm familiar with that type of situation. Not me personally, but I know somebody that deals with a similar problem. So I feel for her. I do.
Well, again, I thank you for your understanding. So if you do find yourself back in that side of the camp, he holds up a mug. Have some amazing coffee over there. And with that, he sort of departs
yes.
from the group.
And I go straight for the coffee.
Okay, so as the Wagoneers begin to dig a grave and begin to perform their funeral rites, is there anything anybody wants to take care of during the morning hours?
Breakfast? Who's hungry?
There is breakfast that was cooked at the campfire at your camp.
No. I'm saying that to the others
Ah.
if they haven't eaten yet. That was in character. My bad. I should have.
All good.
specified.
Yeah, we did kind of interrupt our breakfast a bit to go see what was going on at the tent. So I think after I've gotten myself a nice big mug of coffee, I'm going to go resume having breakfast. This is only morning one of our first adventure, so I don't have any projects or anything to work on quite yet.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Well, I don't have quite the appetite I did. I will join you for breakfast. It's going to be a long.
Okay. So everybody has some breakfast and relaxes after a bit of light detective work. Everyone is packed up and ready to go around midday. It's going to put a little bit of a hamper on your schedule, but you should still make it to Beacon Point in time for the ship, as long as you don't get sidetracked for too long further along down the road. And as you pack up, I need somebody who isn't Fox, because Fox has rolled, to roll me a d20.
I'll do it.
Okay.
That's a 5. I'm sorry, guys.
Well,
Okay.
I would have rolled a 7, so.
So, when it rains, it pours. Along your travels, you're waylaid a bit as one of the wagons that is carrying the ale suffers a broken wheel. And again, you are waylaid by a couple hours. And you don't really make much distance.
Could I use mending to fix the wheel?
You could.
I would like to use mending
Okay.
to fix the wheel then.
So if you use mending to fix the wheel, it doesn't really set you back too long.
Okay, so we will mend the wheel. And be a useful wizard for a change.
Be a useful wizard for a change. Go ahead and give yourself inspiration for that.
All right, I'll take it.
Taking everybody back to the map here. You get to about here on the map. And it becomes at this point that you begin to realize that you have a decision to make. Normally, there is a bridge or a river crossing that this road leads to. You could attempt to continue moving forward to make it to the bridge. Or you can attempt to go around the waterway and just make it you take yourself off road, but you'll go around the water and towards Beacon Point.
Well, I think if we haven't heard of any issues with the bridge, like if as far as we know the bridge is okay to cross, I see no reason why we would divert from that path.
Fair enough.
Let's just be careful as we cross if we're going across a bridge. There's no escape points if they block both ends.
Oh, do you think that's where like bandits and highwaymen and stuff set up on the bridge? Ooh, that's smart. Yeah, cut off their escape route.
I've seen it in different areas, but yeah, a bridge would make sense.
Okay.
I'll be ready for a fight.
We can take some precautions too. You know.
We
To
may be able to
make-
handle a fight, but we have a lot of people with us.
To make up for lost time, the wagon team elects to move forward, covering a bit more hours into the night.
How many wagons are we talking?
There are 3 wagons, and then there are 3 carts full of alcohol, and then there's the covered wagon that is transporting Valith's parents.
So 4? Four
Altogether.
4 altogether.
As you push yourselves, dinner is served sort of not haphazardly, but it's not as good as the previous night, as it's delivered to everybody who is walking or who is on the carriages, as they've sort of cordoned off a small piece or small area of one of the carts just to cook up cold food, like cold sandwiches. And as food is passed out, you come to the bridge. And the lead wagon abruptly stops. And everyone else begins to stop as well. There's a bit of talk going on from like the middle and back wagons as Leah exits out from, or comes from the side, from like the brush where she was been hunkered down. And she comes to you, Gray. We got an ogre up ahead.
Oh. That could be a problem. We got to do something before it spots us, right?
There's not much we can do unless we want to like back everybody up a couple miles to go around.
Could we, I don't know, try and like distract it and get its attention and get it to like chase a distraction off in a different directions or something, and then hope for the best after that? I can't say I've ever come up against an ogre before.
We could try. It's best to get your friends over here as well.
Yeah, good idea. And I will wave everyone down and wave them over.
What's going on?
Something happened.
I think something is potentially about to happen. There's an ogre up ahead.
Oh,
That's not good.
and they want us to get rid of it so it's not a danger for anyone?
Well, we got to do something. We definitely
Just-
don't want an ogre spotting these carts. That would be bad news.
No, we should probably
Just
take it out
one?
before the carts get there because the carts become a potential weapon.
Also true.
I will look over at the. Was it just the one, or?
I've only spotted one. It had a mallet in its hand.
Oh,
Like the big two-handed kind or the whack-a-mole kind?
The one for whacking moles, yes.
Gotcha.
well, what do you guys think we should do? Try and get it to run off in a different direction with a distraction, or do we just, I don't know, try and fell it?
Distraction feels like the safer options with the backup of felling if it fails. Anyone else have opinion on that?
I'm gonna be honest.
I mean-
oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, felling it might be the better option in the long haul for everybody.
Leaving a standing menace on the road might not be the best idea for sure.
I mean,
Because other people are going to come this way.
do any of you have experience with ogres? Can they be like reasoned with, or?
Have you ever tried talking to a wall?
Couple times. Yeah.
How'd it
Yes.
go?
Well, for me, it went quite well because, I have a spell that allows me to do that.
I should rephrase that question.
Does that spell work on ogres?
No, I don't think so.
then you're going to have more success with the wall.
Ah,
It's like Leah's like, I'll let you take lead on this. I'm more somebody better posed to strike from a distance. Just give a signal if you want me to take a shot.
all right, I can do that. Yeah, if you guys
So-
think this thing's going to be a menace for everyone, then
In regards to this, anybody can activate this. It will be an action, but you can signal for Leah to take a shot at the ogre at any time.
Nice.
I would suggest, though, that we make sure the ogre is well away from the bridge, because if he starts swinging that mallet, want it to do damage to the.
We should at least lure it, distract it, whatever we need to do to bring it to an area that's more advantageous for us to fight. Fighting on a bridge is not going to work well for us. I know you two can fly, but the rest of us, you can fly. For those of us on the ground, won't have much room to maneuver.
Are there any trees near the bridge and near the ogre?
There are a couple trees around, seeing as how that you've got like a small like riverway around here. So there's heavier vegetation, and there's a better collection of trees than what you have recently passed through in the grasslands.
Jade is going to assess the trees and the position of the ogre to determine if it would be possible for her to go into spider form and cast her. Let's see, I'm sorry, just a second.
Are you venturing forth to gain to like get some eyesight on the ogre? Because at the where you're at right now, you guys are still like within like the middle of the wagon train, so you don't necessarily see the ogre.
Okay. What I really need is perhaps Dureth. I'm sorry, I've probably got the name. No, Dueth. Perhaps Dueth could do some reconnaissance. But what I need to know is if I could use my web spell to perhaps incapacitate the ogre some.
Well, you do know that web would have the ability to either slow him down or incapacitate him.
Yeah, but I don't know where he is, or where the trees are from where I am. I don't
Yep.
have that information. So I need that. I need to know that. So I'll quietly ask if somebody could get that information for me. And I'll offer that as a sort of a first step that might be helpful if the spell.
Yeah, I got nothing. I swing the big sword.
Val? Knock? Bailiff?
Yep, I'm here.
I don't have much I can preemptively help you with, but
But I need to know the lay of the land, and I don't fly.
yeah, that's oof.
That's something we can probably help with somewhat.
Or Dueth. But without arousing suspicion of the ogre.
I mean, I think there's a high chance for any of us to be spotted this time of day.
Mm-hmm.
just need one person to volunteer.
Well, if nobody else will do it, fine.
You might even be able to upset it while you're up there if we want to draw it in one direction or another.
Oh, that's reassuring, yes. Have the not-so-brutish one try to upset the giant monster and have it try to smack me on the head like we're playing whack-a-mole. But you know what? That's fine. I got a good challenge. will do me some good.
I mean, all you have to do is stay out of its reach.
You're good at flying fast, or at least you used to be.
Have you seen... Okay, you know what? If it throws something at me and knocks me out of the air, you're next.
Don't worry, I'll come rescue you after you hit the ground.
I swear. All right, fine. Let's do this.
Give me a moment.
As Knock will kind of like pump himself up a little bit, flap his wings, try to give himself a little bit of courage, and we'll take off.
However, that being said, let me check if the moment you go to take off. Oh, perfect. I am going to cast Warding Bond on you.
Okay.
And what does Warding Bond do?
Threw it in chat there. It is a whole party. So I might be going with, but I can stay further back to provide the bonus.
Okay. So, Knock, how are you approaching this as you are heading off to investigate what's going on down the road?
So it kind of depends on what I'm seeing. Can I see it from far away, or is it something that like?
I would say once you are probably about a good 60, 70 feet from it, you can see him. Just standing in the middle of the road, sort of like bent down on one knee, and he's striking the bridge.
Well, that's not good.
But you do gain a sense of your surrounding area, as you do see that there is a tree that is rather close to this individual, almost like right off the road next to him.
Mm-hmm.
As I will take you to a map.
That'll make it a little easier, actually.
This is the gentleman right here.
Nice.
Nice
He's a
mutton
happy
chops.
boy.
What's that? Did you say
Nice
Fox?
mutton chops.
Right.
Mm.
And he doesn't necessarily seem to notice you at the moment, as he's just humming to himself, hammering away at the bridge.
Does it look like he's trying to break the bridge or fix it?
Give me an insight check if you are going to bring yourself into this scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I will bring you down here next to your brother.
$23.
It doesn't look like there's any sort of ill intent behind his blows. It almost even sounds like he's humming as he's doing it.
Huh.
Like, does it? But does it? He's hitting things. What is he hitting exactly?
I'm
where
gonna
you're at-
swoop in a little bit, and considering I know how to do repair constructs and whatnot, I'd like to see if this guy's like fixing the bridge or fixing something, and he's just hammering pieces together.
How close are you getting?
You know what? I still don't want to be within grabby range. Maybe I'll be in throwy range, but at least not grabby range. So I'll probably circle him, keeping at least a good 40, 50 feet between us minimum.
Are you circling in the air?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second.
Yep.
He just doesn't seem to notice you, or doesn't care maybe. But as you're flying overhead and you're getting a sight, it looks like he's hammering nails into fresh planks into the bridge itself.
Okay, yeah, we'll loop back around and inform the rest of the group and say, seems like he's hammering nails into the bridge. He's fixing it, not breaking it. Weird, I know, but I don't have a better way of explaining it.
Well, we can at least take point as we approach, just to case things still go sideways.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
just preparing its home.
That could be too. Yeah.
Don't trolls live under bridges? There you go.
An
Trying to
ogre.
fix
It's
its
not a
home.
That's an
troll.
ogre, but yes.
Potato, potato.
Damn.
Wow.
Ooh,
I mean, yeah.
Are-
Given that he's not like breaking the bridge or anything, I think we just approach him and see if he'll talk.
does anybody speak anything that he might understand?
He might just
Oh,
know common.
Lord.
Who's to say he doesn't? Yeah, who's to say he doesn't know common?
He might.
True. The starting point.
Yeah, I know a few other languages. I don't know if there are any that ogres speak, but I also didn't know ogres could speak. So we'll find out, I guess.
So if you are going to advance towards this ogre, go ahead and put yourselves on the road.
Rojan, can I ask a favor from you?
I swear to God, if
you-
it's can I have control of my token?
No,
I was
no.
about to ask, can I have control of my token?
Are you kidding me?
I'm not
Me
joking,
too.
I can't access it right now.
How?
Okay, now we're good, thank you.
It does involve my token, but not in the way you think. If you right click on my token and select to the front, because when I hop on my bird, I'm hiding behind
You
him
got it.
instead of being on top of him.
Yep, you got it.
Thank you so much. Perfect. Thank you.
You know what? Give me a second here. I'm gonna edit knock for a moment.
Also, I think I said this when you first made the tokens, Zoro, but I'm saying it again. I really like the border choice that you chose for these ones.
Oh,
Yep.
thank you very much.
I love the owl too.
Yeah. He's a griffin owl.
All
Owl
right.
griffin?
Yes, the owl griffin, sorry. But
So
yes,
you
I
should
really
now
do
be
enjoy it.
like, now when I drag you guys onto the maps, you should be able to control them. But yep, so
Thank
those of
you.
you who are in the scene, you just see this large individual hammering away at the bridge. And as you get closer, you notice that he's pulling nails out of a tool belt. And then he's placing them down and he's hammering them and securing planks into the bridge.
I would very much like to advance forward a bit and maybe get his attention, but also I am very much staying behind my big, strong protector friend, Nareen.
Using Rin as a shield. Got it.
Rin allows you to use her as a shield. It's okay.
We're friends. It's okay.
That's what friends do.
Our special dynamic is you take all the hits for me.
Considering that they probably spent a lot of time around each other since our parents worked together, this is probably normal behavior.
Yep.
So go ahead and move yourselves forward as you have control of your tokens on the map.
So I wouldn't want to move any closer than that.
There you go.
Wait, what just happened? Oh, okay.
I have no idea. It
I
just
thought-
disappeared on me and came
You
back.
said there you go, and you like ran south, and I
Just
thought you
eat
just
it.
like abandoned him from the road.
Here's like,
Imagine.
I was gonna say the classic. I love it. So
I thought that was on purpose.
as all of you
And fuck you.
begin to slowly advance, he like sort of like looks behind him. He's like, sorry there, folks. Bridge closed.
Oh. Is it broken?
Little damage.
I see.
So he stands up and he
Oh.
turns around and he like looks at all of you and gives you like a very broad toothy smile. He's in a very ill sewn like white undershirt. It looks like it was just like maybe a mashup of multiple other shirts just to cover him. And then he's got like a work vest over him and just a large leather tool belt with a variety of tools and instruments. Yeah, sorry about that. Giant bear rampaged through here last night.
Yeah, they will do that sometimes.
Tore up the bridge, something bad. Not under regulation right now. Can't really let anyone cross until I do my job.
That's really unfortunate. We're kind of in a hurry and do need to head that way. I don't suppose there's anything we could do to help repair. I know a few of us can do some magic to fix things that are broken.
Well, that would be appreciated, but city rules say I can't hire outsiders.
What if we were a volunteer?
Even same. Have to be guild certified. So he kind of like taps a badge on his vest.
Oh. Is it a badge that I recognize?
Give me a history check.
I am proficient in history somehow. No, I'm not. I rolled a 6.
You don't recognize the badge that he's wearing, but it does look official. It doesn't look like he just like drew a picture on like a piece of metal and put it on his vest. It looks like somebody took some time to craft it.
Well, damn.
With paper and put it on his vest, but yeah, I'm just kidding. Plot twist is his kid.
Nox, since you're that close, you could see on his vest the name Thark. Thark.
Okay, I'm taking note of that. Is he like did he pause while he's talking with everybody, or is he still fixing the bridge while talking?
He stood up and he's like he's addressing all of you. So he's not technically working on the bridge at the moment.
While he's doing that, I'd like to walk up and see what the damage to the bridge actually is, if I can take a look.
Sure. Are you trying to do this without him noticing?
Not really, no.
Okay. So as you kind of like go out of the come out of the bush, he sort of puts a hand in front of you, like, "Sorry, sir, can't let you come any closer. Dangerous. Please step back."
I'll look up to him and say, "What's wrong with it?"
It's broken.
It's broken where?
All over. Must pass inspection before I can allow any transports to come through. Even small individuals like yourselves would be in danger.
Where's the nearest way to cross other than this bridge?
He kind of points to the bridge. Say, or you can go around. Though,
how long do you think the repairs will take?
Couple hours, maybe. If I'm not disturbed. Not by you, I mean, but Red Fang shows up, I may need to hide for a bit.
Who's Red Fang?
Oh, big wolf. Monstrous, sort of runs the show down here.
Is Red Fang
Go ahead.
someone that can be spoken with and negotiated with, or is he wilder than that?
If you can speak dog, maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
Drac doesn't speak
but
dog.
this is different than the bear.
I mean,
Well, yeah, dogs
does
are
the
different
bear
from
work?
bears.
Yeah, but does the dog work with the bear, or?
Mm-hmm.
just looks like Gray.
Yes, I can speak dog.
I didn't mean it like that, but yes. I meant wolf, but yes.
Well, if you speak dog, if you find Red Fang, maybe you can talk to him.
It's okay. Dog and wolf are very similar dialects.
I mean, canine breed, right?
I don't want to give in to stereotypes, but yeah. I mean, if it comes around, yeah, I can certainly ask it to, not eat all of us.
Good luck with that. Red Fang tends to eat what Red Fang wants.
I've had a few conversations with wolves before. Some of them can be amenable.
Well, then, would it be beneficial if we stuck around here until you finish with your repairs? Try to deter Red Fang.
Nothing in guild rules that say you can't have security.
Well, if we're gonna stay around here and guard this fellow while he fixes the bridge, should we go let the rest of our crew know what's up?
Probably. Leah probably needs to know as well.
Yeah.
What time of day is it now?
It's pretty late. It's probably about 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
Ooh.
Given this situation, you are pretty much going to be forced to camp on this side of the river.
Well, I'll go let Leah know if you guys want to let the rest of the crew know what the situation is.
I'll wait here in case Red Fang shows up while you guys are alerting everyone. Make sure that the caravan's on guard as well.
We've got enough of us. I think we can guard the caravan. Probably guard the bridge too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make my way back over to where Leah is.
Okay. And as all of you sort of like disperse away, Clark just turns around and begins working on the bridge again. Gray, go ahead and give me a investigation check.
I can do that. Oh, that's another thing I'm proficient in. Wow, I was smart. No, never mind. That's a 9.
So as you go looking for Leah, you go through a couple of trees and you can't see any side of her as somebody grabs you and spins you and pushes you into a tree. And she just has a playful smile on her face. You step too loud.
Oh.
As she sort of lets off.
I am. You caught me off guard there. Hey.
So is that ogre wearing a tool belt? Is that what I'm seeing?
Ogre? Oh, right, the ogre. Sorry, I was distracted. Yeah, seems he's fixing the bridge. And he can speak. And he's guild certified.
Guild certified? Maybe.
I don't know what it means either.
Maybe part of one of Beacon Point's guilds?
Oh, that could be.
That's fine. It means I don't have to shoot a guy.
Well, you might still have to. So apparently it was like a rampaging giant bear that wrecked the bridge. And there's also a very large wolf in the area.
Oh, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah. And the wolf is like named and everything. They call it Red Fang.
It has a name?
And it doesn't like to talk, just likes to eat.
I must hunt it. As she says that, she kind of just like gives you another shove as she starts walking off.
Wait. Oh, okay. We were gonna just. Oh, she's gone. Okay.
The rest of you begin to arrive back at camp. Well, not back at camp, but at the wagon train. And they've already begun to set up camp. And the foreman sees you returning, and he sort of runs up to the group. So, you do await the ogre?
His name's Thark. Actually a repair person. Part of a guild, fixing the bridge.
Oh. Huh. Didn't know the Builders Guild had an ogre in its employ. Maybe it's a good thing that you didn't do him in.
He swings a mean mallet.
I was more thinking about the replacement fee. Kill a guild member, you're valuable, you end up owing the guild a vast amount of gold. So I take it we're here until he fixes the bridge?
Apparently.
Seems to be the case.
I see. Well, settle on in for the night then, I guess.
Before you do that, I do suggest you set the caravan in a properly protective formation.
And he points back, and it's already in a protective circle.
Never mind.
We saw the ogre, and we thought it'd probably be best to rally defense just in case.
You might have to deal with a rampaging bear or giant wolf or something, or some such animal, so
Of
don't
course.
think we're out of the woods nonetheless.
Well, I'll double up our own watches tonight just in case.
Probably a decent idea.
So I think I'm actually going to try and follow Leah on her hunt.
Go ahead and give me... You know what? I'm not even going to have you roll. You can see her walking away, so you can follow her if you want.
I'm going to try to stealthily follow her. I don't think it's going to go well for me, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Although that's not bad. An 18.
18. You can tell that she just by the flick of her ears, you know that she knows you're there, but she doesn't let on.
Okay. I'll keep that charade up for as long as she'll let me.
Okay. So as you follow Leah into the surrounding area on this hunt for some sort of named giant wolf, and the rest of you return to your camps to begin to set up for the night as Thark does his work on the bridge, we are going to go ahead and end here for this week. But thank you everyone for tuning on in. If this is your first time here, this is not the only show that we do. Coming up this Saturday will be another episode of The Downfall of Propriety, which is a Bridgerton-inspired mini-adventure run by Malls. Alternating Saturdays, we have Withered Wastes, which is another 5th edition game that I run. Both of these are in the afternoon at 12 p.m. And on the days that we have Withered Wastes, at 8 p.m. Pacific time, we have our superhero show of Vigilance 6. Sunday night, we have... Not Sunday night, sorry. Sunday afternoon, we have Wayward Wanderers, which is the Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign run by Azarin. Mondays, coming up this Monday, we have Destiny Forged, which is our longest running show here on the channel, currently in its 4th campaign. Alternating Mondays, we will have the start of a Avatar Legends mini game that's going to be going on for a little bit of time, titled Escape from Varric Island. Tuesdays, we have Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game that is run by Tilt. And then coming up next Thursday will be our alternating show, which is Mass Effect Horizons, which is a Mass Effect 5th Edition game that is run by Zorro. And then on alternating Thursdays, you have us here on A New Era. But for now, we are going to head on off. Thank you so much for everybody for tuning on in. Fox, do you want to find somebody to raid? Since we got a
we can do that. Yeah.
we have a hefty group here that we can go send the love to someone. Also, you say it's over 40 degrees, and I think that's freezing.
Yeah, I don't know what
Freedom
that is
u-
in fair. It's like
Freedom units.
110 or
No.
114 or something like that.
Yeah,
Toasty.
it's hotter than a hot tub. Okay,
yeah, it's been
That's-
disgusting here all day.
It was 65 in freedom degrees over here.
I'm genuinely
having-
surprised that my actual computer hasn't overheated and just shut off with the heat we've had.
Jesus.
There's some sort of heat wave in Western Canada right now, and we're all
Yeah,
under
there
this
is.
heat dome, and it's oppressive.
104 is
Yeah,
what you're
we're-
dealing with.
We're
was
feeling out
90
east too. It sucks.
Yeah, it was like 90. I think we hit 96 for our peak today. It was really hot out of nowhere.
Hate that.
Then a thunderstorm out of nowhere. It was great.
I don't know.
Well,
That's what
apparently, it
happens after
was
you get massive
42
amounts of heat.
Celsius in our backyard today. That so
It's gross.
Okay, where?
So who are we invading here?
I can tell you if Twitch would stop shoving ads in my face. I think we are going to send everybody over to someone that's doing some world building right now. Actually,
Ooh.
I think world building streams
We
do
like
not
that.
get enough love, so that's what we're gonna do.
Love me with some world building.
2 seconds to do the command here.
Your world building is paint.
There we go. That's the command.
All right, so let's go ahead and send the love over to Ryufu Silverlight, and we will catch you all on Saturday. Till then, have a good one.